I can take this one step further. Actually, let me rewind. Let's open up, say, an arm.
The idea has been growing, taking hold of Matt Mataloni's mind. He's becoming the Matt scientist.
All the mathematics to figure out.
He's been working on it on his days off from designing and rigging at Whistler's popular tourist attraction, Zip Trek.
All right, we're going out to the big boy. 2,000-foot zip line, right down the valley. So drawing up the Anti-Cam, I'm using Autodesk Inventor, which is a 3D CAD program for designing the parts. And right now it's showing me that the minimum amount of stress this piece of steel or this aluminum is going to take is right at the bottom axle, pointed out with this minimum sign, and the maximum is right here, and you can see where it's red. If I zoom in, this red part is getting the most stress out of the whole part, so it might be getting stretched or whatever. For the Anti-Cam to be successful, it's got to work in a lot of different ways. It needs to be super strong because it's pushing in on the rock. In a cam application, it's pushing out and the rock is solid and it's not going anywhere. But in the other direction, for the Anti-Cam, the structure of the device needs to be super strong. So that's a hard one to get around. It needs to be able to be workable with one hand. It's got to fit a lot of different features. It can't just be on the underside of a flake. Sometimes it's got to be from the side or even from above. And these are all engineering challenges that I've been trying to wrap my head around for years. What is going to happen to this metal if I use 1/2 inch 6000 series aluminum? Well, let's find out. Now I can just immediately throw for the hole that I need to.
It's clear that his passion that pushed him to climb around the world, well, it never really went away. It just hibernated and was waiting for the right project to come along. Early in the season, Matt's got to head up to the Grand Wall to investigate the guillotine flake, take measurements, and decide once and for all whether it's worth the time and the money to build his new piece of gear from scratch. It's no small undertaking.
Oh yeah! Dan and I have climbed a couple pitches up to the base of Split Pillar, and we're just getting ready to climb it. It's this mega classic 510B splitter hand crack, and it doesn't really get any better than this in Squamish. Split Pillar. Let's do it.
I think the Anti-Cam's totally gonna work, man. Look, like it's solid out there. That's totally gonna hold without breaking anything off. It's a beautiful feature. I'm gonna jug up there and put a top rope on it, but I gotta jump over. You ready? See you later. Woo-hoo! I have this vision of the belayer being up out of the way, of me down climbing from the anchor, because the flake actually starts quite high and then drops a long ways before it heads out, so that I could top rope the first half. And if I get to about halfway across and the thing snaps off, I'm hoping the idea would be that I just pull my fingers out, and it's actually up quite a ways from the wall, that it would just slip down in front of me and that my belayer would have me and this 2,000-pound flake would crash to the ground.
There are a lot of questions. How many Anti-Cams will he need? Where should he place them? The climbing will be difficult, but it's the mental side of this mission that's engaged Matt.
goes, boys! Stop rope. Your turn.
Back on the ground, it's time to take the Anti-Cam from a theoretical design into a prototype.
We're at Squamish Valley Design, and we're going to cut with the CNC machine 2 plates. One is the arm for the Anti-Cam. We need about 3 of them for each one, and a strengthener bar that brings it all together.
Ready?
Pointless to anybody. Doesn't have faith.
It's going to be 1 arm on this side and 2 on this side, fitting in between these bars.
An idea is about to become a reality. Matt can run all the models he wants on the computer, but until he places the Anti-Cam and falls onto it, until he commits his body, well, that is the only true
coming up.
test. People have been asking what's after the season, what's next. Brian Smith is about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime, the Kamchatka Project. Brian is joining a team of elite boaters and scientists to take a look at wild salmon on this wild peninsula. Check it out at kamchatkaproject.org. Support for the season comes from New Belgium Brewing, who encourage you to follow your folly. Theirs is beers, ours is telling adventure stories. What's yours? Find them online at newbelgium.com. You can always find the season first by streaming it online at arcteryx.com.